Hi everybody, welcome to tonight's Hangout. We are happy to see you tonight. We're going to be talking about our blogs and SEO tonight. This is part 2 of our series about blogs, and if you wanted to catch part 1, you can go to jacklater.com and it is on our blog, and I will put a link in the comments below, so you'll be able to just click right on the link, and I'll do that here in just a minute when Jack gets on and starts talking. We are so happy to have everybody here today. So happy to be able to share this information with you. This is something that we really like to do, and that is share information with those in our team and those who are seeking information. If you're seeking information and want to join with a team who loves to share information, we are so happy to have you and happy that you're here today. Just wanted to share one quick thought with you before I turn the time over to Jack. And that is, when you want something you've never had, and you have to do something that you've never done. So what that's telling us is, if things haven't been going right, then maybe you need to make some tweaks and make some changes so that new things can be happening for you. You know, if you're doing the same things all the time, you're going to get the same results. Let's do something different that's going to get us the results that we're looking for. And remember that a big portion of that is your mindset. And we just want to remind you every single time that what you're building in your mind, what you're putting in your mind, how you're building yourself really influences your business. Get out there and be reading an hour a day in improving your mindset, improving your personal development, and improving yourself, because that is really going to reflect and show in your business. Mindset is so critically important. Just wanted to remind you of that right up front and just keep you motivated in doing that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just turn the time over to Jack, because I know he's got a lot of stuff planned for you. And then I'll come back out again at the end and kind of just share with you a couple of things and wrap it up. But I'm going to let him take the time because I know he's got a lot to share. Jack, go ahead.
Thank you. A little changing of the guard here. Need to get a drink real quick here, then I'll be ready. Excuse me. So anyway, just as a preface, some of you already know my story, so I'm not going to go through all of it right now. But you know, I tell you, I've done a lot of things in the past. I'm a school teacher. I teach college here at a college here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we've always had other things on the side to earn money, and we've struggled through different kinds of businesses, but internet marketing has been the best choice, the best financial choice we've ever made. You know, making as much as $11,000 in a single month. You know, we've never been able to do that in any other, you know, job that we've had or any other business on the side that we've had. So we believe in internet marketing, and it does work. Now, what I just want to share with you real quickly is, excuse me, is this little fact. You know, T. Harv Eker was once told by a very rich individual. He says, you know, before T. Harv Eker became super successful himself, when he was really struggling and poor, a rich friend of his dad's told him, he made a comment. He says, if you're unsuccessful right now, all that means is that there is something that you don't know. And if you could just master you know, what you need to know and put the pieces of the puzzle together, you could crack this internet code, okay? This you know, or anything in business. So today's webinar is going to be really, really, really important, okay? On the internet, those who are incredibly successful at internet marketing, the majority of those people, if you check them out, all of them that I know of at least utilize a blog. Now, it's not the only tool that they use, but it is a powerful tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about how to get your blog all over the internet, how to optimize your blog. In other words, how to make that blog, how to write that blog in such a way so that the search engines can find it, and also so that people will find you more readily. Okay, so obviously the way that we use our blog is designed to make us money in a lot of different ways, and I got to tell you, it's one of the primary reasons why I've been able to hit as much as 11,000 in a single month. So I hope that this provides you a lot of value. Take some notes here as we go along, and just as a reminder, if I go a little bit too fast on some of this, I'm going to repost this blog to my email list. So watch your email like a hawk for the replay of this, but I'm also going to post it on my blog. Okay, now I'm going to do a screen share right now, and just a couple of purposes of blogs for a second. It depends on what your intention is for the blog. Okay, one type of blog post is in building authority and trust with your subscribers, people who have already opted into your business. Another purpose of a blog is to drive traffic. So I'm going to show you two different, both types of ways of blogging. So anyway, I'm going to go on my screen share right now. Give me just a second to switch over to that, and I need to show you something here real quick. Patty. Oh. Just a second, guys. Okay, we need to talk later.
Just a second. Somebody can't get on.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay. Just a little bit of a delay on here, guys. Just a second. Okay, I just want to show you this real quickly here. Hopefully you can see my screen. If you cannot see my screen for some reason, give me a call. Those of you who are on my team, you should probably have my phone number. If you're not seeing my screen for some reason, give me a call real quick. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that this is working and that it's working fine. You probably had to go through your Facebook to visualize this, because I've got this screen on 22 Social. But I just want to just show you just quickly my notes here. I will show this again at the end of the webinar, but this is my outline right here for today's webinar. So two purposes of blogging right here is to create trust and authority with your subscribers. Now, don't overlook this, guys, because even when you bring in a person into your list, once they've opted into your capture page, you want to, one of the main purposes of your business, of an internet marketing business, is to build a list of subscribers. Well, most people don't purchase right away, whatever you're trying to sell, whether it's your primary business or you have a brick and mortar business and you want to extend that on the internet. Most people aren't going to buy right away, but as you develop a trust with your subscribers, those people are going to more likely purchase over time. And so two purposes of blogging, like I mentioned earlier, is number one purpose would be to create trust and authority with your subscribers, and a second purpose would be to drive traffic. So whenever you create a blog post, you need to have an intention in mind, okay? Whatever intention that is. If it's to drive traffic, then how you write that blog is going to make all the difference in the world. If you're trying to create a blog to just create trust and authority, you may not necessarily have to do all of the search engine optimization for that blog. It's not necessary, but it is important to have a blog to send maybe a video to, and from that blog, people could join your opportunity or whatever you're trying to sell. And again, guys, I am going to make this webinar very generic. I'm going to give you loads of value today. So my intention is to help you make money in whatever you're trying to sell, whether it's my opportunity or your opportunity or a product that you're trying to sell. These techniques are going to work for whatever you're trying to promote, okay? Now, I'm going to talk about when I talk about optimizing your blog and getting it publicized all over the internet. There's two types of SEO that I'm gonna talk about. SEO, for those of you who are new, SEO means search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. There's two types of SEO. One is obviously on-page SEO, and the other type is off-page SEO. And these are the things that we're going to discuss right here for on-page SEO, and I'll show you how to do these. You have to create unique content. We're going to use an H1, H2, H3 tags. We'll get to that in a second. This will be very simple when I show it to you. You want to have 500 to 700 words in your blog. The search engines like that. You want to scatter your keywords throughout your text, but you don't want to overdo it. About 2% is about right. Okay, and you want to underline, italicize, and boldface all your keywords. And you want to focus on only one keyword per article. Okay, that's because the search engines have to be able to find you. They have to be able to index your site. We don't want to confuse Google, that is for sure. Okay, you want to put keywords in your taglines, and I'll show you what that means here in a second. And all of this stuff will make complete 100% sense. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed because this can be very easy to understand. And I'm going to simplify this. I mean, I've been in your shoes. When I first started blogging, I had no idea what to do. You know, they told us in our primary company to start blogging, but I had no idea what to do. And fortunately, I had a sponsor that taught me these things, but I also learned others by some of the learning resources that we have in our particular opportunity, and so this really is a lot easier than you may think. Now, the other kind of SEO is called off-page SEO, and I'm going to show you how to do that with Google+, Pingler, SocialMonkey, Fiverr backlinks, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and the other social networks. So anyway, and just parenthetically at the end here, for additional training on blogging, you can access the Viral Blogging Academy and the 15K Formula. Those happen to be available within one company, that's Empower Network. But anyway, let's go ahead and I want to give you 100% value right here with blogging. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about on-page SEO and off-page SEO, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take you to my blog, okay, and I'm going to show you how I do this, okay? So bear with me as I switch to the blog, and I'm going to create a blog right in front of you. You know, this is the attitude that I'm going to go with today, okay, guys? I'm going to pretend that you are in my office right now, okay, and that I invited you into my office. You didn't ring the doorbell, but I'm going to pretend that you rang the doorbell. You came into my office, and you're sitting behind me or next to me. You're sitting right next to me. You're looking over my shoulder because there's a bunch of people in here. This is an over-the-shoulder training, so I want you to see exactly how I make a blog, okay, and how I get that all over the internet so I can get traffic to that blog. So let's go ahead and go to my blog right now. Now, here we go. Now, this is my particular blog. This is a very common blog format. A blog is basically just a web page, and at the bottom of the web page there's places for comments, and usually on the side there's a table of contents. I also have a menu bar at the top here. I want to mention something, guys, here before I forget to tell you. If you want to access more content and more value like this webinar right now, you could click on this link right here that says free marketing tips, and let's just go ahead and click on that right now. And in the next couple of days, I will post a copy of this particular webinar right here under free marketing tips. And we'll scroll down, and you can see here recent webinars. Now you can see from last week, we have last week's webinar here of 522, and it's how to make a blog, how to make money with a blog, and how I use the blog to make as much as $11,000 in 1 month. Now that was part 1, okay, and today's is part 2. So to access any of this value, this valuable information here, just come to my blog. It's jacklater.com, and you just click on free marketing tips. That's all you have to do. jacklater.com, free marketing tips. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to make a blog right now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my back office of Empower Network. Now let me mention something. Those of you who are not in Empower Network, the techniques that I'm going to show you right now can work on any kind of a blog platform. Yeah, they do have their differences on how the platforms are run, but the search engine optimization techniques that I'm going to show you are the same whether we're talking about the Empower blog or whether we're talking about WordPress blog or any of the other kind of blogging platforms that are out there. These principles hold true for all of the blogging platform. The particular blogging platform that I'm going to use right now is with the Empower Network, and so I'm going to show you how I create a blog using their platform. So again, remember, it's very similar to WordPress and other platforms that are out there as far as the techniques that I'm going to show you. And those of you who don't have a blog, you could purchase a blog through Empower Network for $25 a month, and they also do hosting if that's the route you want to go. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. Those of you who are in Empower Network, what you're going to do is you're going to put your username and password in your back office and just click on login and start blogging, okay? Right here, this green button. Okay. You know, guys, I kind of miss doing this, believe it or not. We had a week off doing our webinars last week because our daughter got married, and we had a very, very busy day last Thursday. We spent the entire day with wedding stuff, so it's kind of fun to be back here again. Okay, now, this is what you do. I'm going to create a blog right now. I'm going to show you how to search engine optimize it also. If you're using the Empower Network back office or the Empower Network blog, you're simply going to click on this blue square at the top left. You see where the hand cursor? You're just going to click on that, okay? And I'm going to do that right now. And you would just go ahead and type in a title here, whatever it is, and then your content will go down here. Now, what I've done, just to save time, guys, is I've actually created a skeleton of a blog already. And so just for now, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to just click out of this page here. I just wanted to show you how to get into this template, but I'm just going to cancel here because I'm not going to use that one. I'm actually going to use the one that's right here. I started making it earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click this edit button. And just to remind you guys, Patty went through a lot of the mechanics of using this particular blog platform last week, so I'm not going to review the things that she did. And you could have access to that webinar, like I said, through jacklater.com. So my purpose is how to actually make money with that blog. Now, if you are using the Empower Network blog, you could always edit that blog by clicking over here where my hand is on the right and click on edit. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to edit this blog because this is just a skeleton blog. It's not the whole thing. I wanted to save time so I could just show you some things that are important, okay? Just a second here. I had to get a drink of water. Okay, I'm just going to create this blog as if you're right next to me. I'm not using any notes right here. I'm just going from memory. I am using my bullet points that I showed you earlier. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is over here at the top where it says title, make sure to put your title in here. And I'm just using this particular case. Telex Free is a network marketing company, and what I'm doing here is I'm creating a blog based on a news release that I came across, and they're actually going through bankruptcy, and they've had some challenges, and so I wanted to put information on that on my blog because I know that it's going to be kind of a hot topic. So I believe that it's going to get attention from a lot of people just because of what's happening in the news with them. So I've created a blog. Now, in the title, I have a keyword. Now, my keyword is not necessarily telex free, although that is a keyword. But you know, a keyword can be more than one word. This here, telex free files for bankruptcy, that is a long tail keyword, okay? That's considered one keyword. It's just called a long tail keyword. So the search engines, when a person goes to Google, they may be interested in finding out more information about telex free filing for bankruptcy. So they would type in any of the combination of these words, and this could potentially show up in Google, okay, or in Yahoo or the other search engines, okay. Telex free would also be another keyword, but our main keyword here is telex free, okay. Now, so we want to have the keywords in the title here, and also within the description here, and as we go on here a little bit further, we want to have the keywords in the keyword area right down here, okay. And I'll come back to those in a second, but anyway, let's go up to this description right here. I'm going to start at the top. Now, like I said, I've already got my content here. Now, one thing to remember, guys, and this is very, very important. Yes, I do have content here, but it's important to create your own unique content. Now, if you borrow content from other sources, there's a couple of different things that you could do. Number one, if you could put the content in your own words, that is really the best thing to do. Or if you feel like you have to quote another source, make sure to use quotes, okay? Because the last thing that you want is you don't want to have a blog with duplicate content. Google will absolutely penalize you for duplicate content. They really rank best with original content. Okay, so anyway, I put together some content right here. I'm probably gonna, after I get off the call here, I'm probably gonna perfect this a little bit more just for sake of time, and I do believe that I've got a couple of quotes in here that I've quoted, but I've also got some more information that I will probably add when we get off this call here. But for the sake of teaching here, I'm going to show you some essential things that I do, okay, in order to do on-page SEO. Now, here's the one thing that I do is the title right here. I've copied the title over where it says message title. I also duplicate that title right here, and I create an H1 tag out of that. That just means heading, okay? The search engines like original content, and that's one way that has been recommended to make it original, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click here on the left, this button here that says normal, and I'm going to switch that to heading 1, H1. Now that's heading 1. Now, it's also recommended that throughout your text, somewhere in the middle, that you use your same keyword again. In this case, telex free files for bankruptcy. That's one keyword, and that is going to be an H2 tag right here. Whoops, let's go back here. Yeah, H2 tag. And then at the very end of the page, the very, very bottom of the page, should be an H3 tag, and I've already got that as H3, it looks like, okay? H3, there we go. Okay, so again, you want to have an H1, H2, and an H3 tag. H1 at the beginning, in other words, again, it's heading, H2 in the middle, and H3 at the end. They like different combinations of headings, okay? The search engines like H1, H2, and H3. Now, another thing I'm going to show you, guys, is there is power in video blogs. For short, we call it vlogging or vlogs. And I'm going to show you right now. I think Patty probably showed this, but I'm going to show you how to embed a blog. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you how to embed a video into your blog. This happens to be my URL for a YouTube video. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to embed that video into my blog. So watch my hand over here. It's going to go over to the right-hand corner where this little mountain is right here, and I'm going to click on the mountain, and this is the Add Media button. Okay. Now I'm going to embed from a URL right here. If you wanted to, you could upload from your computer, but the only way you could use this feature is if you have an account with Empower Network and you you have purchased their media hosting service. Okay, but it's if you don't have the media hosting service, you can still embed from a URL. You can embed from a YouTube video. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to actually embed from a YouTube video. So I have to select here in the middle. I'm going to select video. Okay, and then in this field right here in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and paste my YouTube video. I'm going to click Add Media, and look how fast this works. And there's the video right there. Okay. Now I'm going to backspace that YouTube video URL because I don't need it anymore. But just a second. Now I got the video in there. Now what's the next thing that I said? It's important, guys, that you boldface, italicize, and underline all of your keywords, okay? The keywords that you're trying to rank for. We're not going to try to rank for 10 different kinds of keywords. You know, I don't want to try to rank for telex free and MLM at the same time, because otherwise you're just going to confuse Google in doing that. We're only going to we're going to do SEO for just telex free. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go let me check out something here for a second. Our keyword would be telex free, or telex free files for bankruptcy, or telex free news, or telex free investigation. They're all related to telex free, so I need to underline, boldface, and italicize all of that. Okay, and in this case, this is, let me see if I boldface this. I'm going to go ahead and boldface the title. And bear with me as I go through here and do this. Again, I'm going to pretend that you're in my living room watching me do this. And so be patient with me. Let's go all the way to the end with this video. And I like to mix up my boldface, italicize, and my underline. So here's another one. Let's not miss any of them. We want to get every single one of these. Maybe you could help, Patty, if I happen to miss one, let me know. Underline. Telex free files for bankruptcy. I think I'm going to underline this one. Telex free. Boldface that. You see where I'm doing this at the top left? Bold, italicize, and underline. You could also use Control B, Control I, and Control U if you wanted to. So actually, let's just italicize that one. Telex free, underline. And just mix them up. But you got to do something with each one of those telex-free things there. Italicize. This one's already boldfaced. Bear with me, guys, as I finish this. Did I miss anything there, Patty? Maybe not.
I think it's okay.
Okay. Now, I think I've got all the keywords, boldface, italicize, and underline. And like I said, I may come in here after the webinar today, and I may add some more content in here. I do have some quotes in here from another source. So I probably do need to add some more information of my own. I have a story of my own that I've included in there from my own experience with. I had a prospect several months ago that that was in telex free, and he lost a lot of, well, he had a lot of money that was tied up down in Brazil because of court proceedings that were happening down there with telex free. And I had my own personal experience with this individual, and so I included a little bit of information about that, about my experience with this person and the challenges that he faced. But I may add some more on here at the end, like I said. Now, I'm going to show you one other thing that's really important, okay? Let me see here for a second. I'm going to take this long tail keyword, telex-free files for bankruptcy, and I'm going to show you a little trick. And this one I actually learned from Patty as she was going through one of our training modules. And we have an expert in our particular company who's an expert at SEO, and this is what he recommended. Okay, this is a guy that's earned probably more than $1 million in a short amount of time, and he recommended, excuse me, that wherever you have a link like this one here, okay, you could go ahead and put the keyword in the background of this particular link. Now let me just show you. When you create a link, you're going to boldface, I'm sorry, you're going to shade, you're going to highlight, you're going to shade in the area, and then you're going to click on this link button right here. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to click on that, and you see where the link is right here. I already put it in, earlier today, but you could go ahead on where it has title underneath the URL, and I'm just going to go ahead and put in the title, telex free files for bankruptcy. And what that does is that the search engines, like I said earlier, we don't want to overstuff keywords, okay, in our text, okay? Just a second. I need to get a drink of water. Hold on. But if those keywords are within the links within the title within the links, like right here, Google does not penalize you for that. In fact, it helps you out. So I go through all of these titles and I will put keywords right here. Telex-free files for bankruptcy, that's a keyword. So I'm going to click OK on that one. And then I would do that on every single other link. Here's another link. Click on this, and you see I've already done it. Telex-free files for bankruptcy. Okay, okay. And I've done the same thing on this one. Hit the chain link there, and telex-free files for bankruptcy. And I also do it. You can also do it for the images right here. I'm going to click on the image, click on link, and look right there. You can put the URL in with that image and the title again. And Google likes that stuff. Okay. Same with. I'm not going to show you again, but you already know. Every time I see a link here, I'm going to open up the little chain link and add that keyword in, like I showed you just a second ago. So that's another way to get our keyword in there and get ranked easier and higher in Google. Okay. Now, let me think about this for a second. So H1, H2, H3, put the links in there. Now, and we've got the keywords in our, we want to make sure to have the keywords in the message portion here and scattered sporadically within our content. We don't want to overdo it. Wherever telex free is, that helps. Okay. So it's scattered throughout. And then the other thing that we do down here on the bottom, you have to select where you want this to go to. A public blog. Now the cool thing about the Empower Network blog is that I could actually send this to team members right here, and this would go to all of my team members, okay? And I have about 150 people that I personally sponsored plus others, and so this would go to all my team members, and they could view the blogs, they could comment on the blogs, and of course Google loves comments in blogs, and my team members and others could also like it and share it, and they have all those capabilities within this particular platform within the Empower Network, okay? And many blogging platforms have similar features, but this is a feature in Empower Network that is unique only to Empower Network, where you could actually send this blog to team members, okay? Something that you don't see in other blogging platforms. So I'm going to click on all team members. And on this next line right here, we want to select, you have a choice between different blogs that you could have this apply to. In this case, this is going to be called my Empower Network blog. Now, again, SEO options here. The Empower Network blogging platform automatically puts the title right here where it says meta title tag. So you want to keep that the way it is. Meta keywords. Now, I got to tell you guys, the meta tags is just some computer lingo that tells the search engines how to rank you and how to index you. So it's very important that we don't leave these spaces empty here. And you want to make sure that your keywords are within the title tag, the keyword tag, and the description tag. Okay, the keyword tag right here, the Empower Network system will automatically populate this field for you, but I like to put my own in there because I want to have control over the keywords that are populated right here. So I went ahead and put in telex-free files for bankruptcy, telex-free news and investigation, telex-free news, telex-free, and the other possible combinations of telex-free. And it's good not to use more than about 8 different keywords, okay? Otherwise, Google will look at it as keyword stuffing again. And you also want to have your keywords in your description. Now, the Empower Network system will go ahead and populate this meta description area automatically, but you can obviously add more stuff here if you want, or take it away if you want. So I'm going to update this just for a second because I don't want this page to time out on me. If you wait too long, I don't know how long it is, maybe a half an hour, it might time out on me. So I'm going to go, I wanted to save it here real quick, and now I'm going to go edit. Let's see, where was that? Here it is. I'll show you a couple more things. Something that's really important here, okay? In fact, I think I need to add this onto my bullet list. I forgot one other thing on On-page SEO. This is one thing that I forgot to include in my bullets. You'll notice here at the bottom, guys, that I have a couple of other tags that are related. These are links to other websites that I have control over, okay? Number one, the search engines like links, what are called internal links, okay? And that's what these are. These are internal links. So I've got 2 internal links, but I've also got an external link right up here. This one here that says secret4stepformula.com. That happens to go to a that happens to go to a web page of mine that introduces people to a formula that I use, and a free system that I use to make money with. So you may want to check that out yourself. But this is considered an external link. So Google likes external links and links to internal pages, and that's what these 2 are. Now, there's a second purpose of these internal links. Okay, what I'm doing with these internal links is I'm creating what's called a link wheel. Just a second, grab a drink of water there. And let me explain what a link wheel is. Okay, a link wheel is a way to optimize your content, okay, on the search engines. The search engines like links. They like quality links, and they links that are other links from other websites that are being directed to you tells the search engines that that my blog is important, okay, and that it should be indexed accordingly. So what I've done is I've created internal links to different web pages that I've created, okay. Here's one blog that I've created. It's called Telex Free Headquarters Rated by Feds. Again, it's related, okay. And here's another one on Telex Free. This happens to be a review video where it's a review of the telex free opportunity itself. I try to keep those very unbiased. It's just information to help people out. So again, those are other web pages that are related. Now, this is the idea of a link wheel. Visualize each end of a spoke as a different blog page, or it even could be a YouTube video, okay? And each blog page will link to the next spoke of the wheel. So what I've done is I've got one link. The link here at the top would be the link that goes to the next blog page or to the next link of the wheel. But then the hub, okay, the hub of the wheel happens to be a blog that I really want to rank the highest, okay? That's really a real important blog. So this next one, I just happened to pick this telex free review video, and this telex free review video is one that I really want to I want to optimize the most. So this review video happens to be the hub of the wheel, and this top link right here just happens to be one of the spokes. And so what I've done is I actually have about I think about 8 or 10 related blogs, and each of those blogs will link to a different spoke of the wheel, if you want to think of it that way. So every single one of my blogs that are related will link to another spoke of the wheel, plus it will also link to a hub. Okay, so it links to a hub, and it also links to a spoke of the wheel. That's what's called a link wheel. Okay, and it's a great way to search engine optimize all of the blog posts, but more particularly the one in the middle. Okay, now one thing that I want you to notice here is, and this is one mistake that a lot of people will make when you do your blogs. Make sure that your links are actually linked. Okay, so for example, this one right here, this one here is linked because it's in blue. It's amazing, guys. A lot of times I'll see somebody's post and they don't have this linked. All they have to do is copy and paste this, and they have to click this link button right here where my hand is, and you see where it is here, and you put that link right there, okay, where the chain link was. This allows the other people to be able to find the other website that you're trying to link to. In this case, this is a very important link because it happens to link to a capture page where people could opt in to my opportunity, and they can find out about my business. Okay, so it's very important that I link that. Now, if you go to the bottom here, the other thing that I do is very important that you add some kind of a signature. Okay, in this case, you kind of read through this. By the way, as you are reading these words, you might be guided to click on any of the links on this page to discover more wisdom on generating ridiculous amounts of pipeline money while you're doing what you love. And you can do this with your website, guys. And some people want to know how to make a few extra $1,000 a month, or how to generate up to 60 or 4,625 on each sale. And we show people how to do that. Just a second. So you should do that in your own blog. Okay, make sure that you're including links to whatever you're selling or your opportunity, because that's the main purpose of this blog, right? So don't forget to include links to your opportunity, or to whatever you're selling, or to your sales page, or whatever that happens to be. So here's my signature. It has Patty and I's picture there. We also have a link here to our email right here, and to our Facebook. Very important, guys, because Facebook is a great way to market too, et cetera, et cetera. So that's basically on-page SEO. Okay. And when we get done here, guys, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment area, and I'll address those here at the end. But I do want to save those questions till the end. So I'm going to go ahead and go update on this. Now, this is what this page is going to look like. I'm going to go back to the actual blog over here. Okay, and just a second. I'm going to update this here a little bit. Let me see here. That's not the page I wanted. Boy, we've got it taking longer than I thought. We'll probably go about 15 minutes over time here, guys. I apologize for the timing on this, but man, this is this is so important. You can do this, okay? You can make money with a blog. You absolutely can. You could drive traffic to your blog, and the cool thing is they can click on any of your banners and join your business or your opportunity, whatever you're selling. And you know, they can click on mine over here on the right. But here's the blog that I created. This happens to be the homepage of the blog, and so here's my blog here. Now, one thing we want to be careful about, guys, is when you do your off-page SEO, in other words, when you get your blog all over the internet, don't accidentally use the address that you see at the top here, because that's not going to do it. This just says jacklater.com, which is great, but that would just take people to my main page. What you have to do is you have to click on the title right here, where it says telex free files for bankruptcy, and you're actually going to use this link right here, okay, the one that it goes to. Now, in my case, I personalized my blog to be jacklater.com, so I could go ahead and use that link. I could use it safely in Facebook and the social media if I'm utilizing those platforms. But if it happens to be like Empower Network, there's a chance that it might be blocked in Facebook just because it's used so often, and people might consider it as spamming their system. So it's better to either create a smaller URL. You can do that through URL shorteners, like through Social Monkey is one of them. You can create a shorter link, or other places on the internet that can create a short link for you. But most of the time, you don't even need to worry about that unless you're trying to post directly to the social media. But anyway, this is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to take this web page here right now and search engine optimize it through the internet. Okay, there's a lot of things that you could do. I'm just going to touch on the most important ones that I do. But this is not an exhaustive list. The things that I showed you on the first page are pretty important, but there's a lot of things that you can do. Now, what I'm going to show you right now, I believe that you should do for every blog. Now, remember, this particular blog happens to be an SEO optimized blog, but remember, you can have blogs that you don't even have to SEO optimize. If you're just trying to share important information to your subscribers, there's no need to search engine optimize at all. But this particular blog, we are trying to search engine optimize. So this is the one thing that I want to show you. Google is king right now, okay? We want to get this content on Google. The best way to do that is to use Google's platform, which is Google+. So what I'm going to do right now is at the bottom of this blog, sorry about this, at the bottom of this blog, the Empower Network blog that is, we are able to just click a button right here, and this opens up our Google Plus account, okay? And you can see that Google Plus, that our software program automatically pops up the Google Plus window. And you could go ahead and post this on Google Plus. Now, why in the world would I do that? I got to tell you guys, I've searched this out, and many times I can rank my Google Plus post on the first page of Google or the second page of Google, but often it'll go to the first page of Google, and often my Google Plus post will show up even before my blog was. Now, why is that? Well, the reason why your Google Plus post will show up in a Google search is because obviously Google favors Google, and it's going to rank its own stuff first. That applies to YouTube videos too. That's one reason why I also use YouTube videos faithfully. I use YouTube videos and I do blogging. But it's really important to do Google Plus right here. And when somebody engages onto your Google Plus, when they like your page and comment on your page, it's going to raise that up in the search engines. So I'm going to go ahead and use this page here. Now, the cool thing is you could change the picture here of your Google Plus to whatever you want. I'll just pick mine and Patty's picture in this particular case. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the title that I want to use here. And I'm just going to show you something that I do. I'm going to go ahead and put that title at the top here again. But then I want to put a little bit of a snippet. This is just my own way of getting a little bit more action out of my blog. In just a second here. I'm going to just take this little title that's a little catchy. Talks about telex-free filing for bankruptcy. That'll catch attention. Whoops. Yeah, I just messed this up. Darn it. I'm going to have to go back and edit that possibly. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. It showed up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here because I want to catch your attention. But this is one thing I do. This is my own personal opinion. But I'm not going to put the entire article in here. I want to capture their attention and get them to click on my blog link right there, okay? I'm going to get my picture back up here. Then I'll say here, for more details, click the link below. Click link below. Now this doesn't have to take a lot of time, guys. Okay, so I want them to click the link below. If they click this link right here, it's going to take them right to my blog. Okay, so that's all I need there. I was going to go ahead and put the title got messed up. I had to redo that. Sorry about this. Okay, I got my title there, a little bit of a snippet, that's all I want. And then tell them, this is a call to action, okay? I want them to click on this link to go to my website so they can read my content, get some value from it, and then if they're interested, they can join my opportunity from there because I have a little bit of a call to action there that says something like, if you're interested in learning how you can make money with the blog, click here, or if you're or whatever, there's a call to action there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on share. I'm going to do that right now. And that will share that on the Google system. And that little post, that teeny post, will actually show up in a Google search result. And trust me on this, guys, those little Google Plus posts, they favor those highly. And it's easy to bring a person right back to your blog from that little Google Plus post. It's the most important social action you could take on for search engine optimizing. Okay. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to index this site. Okay. And we're going to do it through this place right here, okay? Pingler.com. Okay, write that down, Pingler.com, okay? Now, on the search engine, guys, it's one thing to create a blog, but you're not going to get any traffic to it, or you're going to get very little traffic to it if you don't let people know about it. Hold on. Now, the first thing that we're going to do to let people know about it is we're going to ping the site. Okay, what that means is that we're going to basically index this site all over the internet using this tool called Pingler. Okay, and what it does is it indexes it. In other words, it's kind of like a birth certificate in a way. You know, when a person's born, they're born, and you know, unless you create a birth certificate, it's not indexed with the state, and it doesn't have as much it has more meaning to it. So what we're doing here with Pingler is we're basically creating a birth certificate, and we are indexing our URL, all over the internet. Now, let me show you what I did. I'm going to go back to my blog. Whoops, that's not the one. This one here. You're going to go to the top of this page where I created this, where the blog page actually exists. I highlight this whole address bar, the entire thing. I go over to Pingler right here. Now, Pingler is free, okay, guys? Now, there are some other options that you can pay for if you want, but starting out new, you may as well get the free version. I'm going to go ahead and put the URL right here. It says URL, and boom, there it is. I'm going to take my title right over here, telex free files for bankruptcy, copy and paste it over here in the title. Okay, and then I'm going to select category business. This is going to be easy. And then they make you go through this CAPTCHA here. Oh, just a second. That was wrong. Ford test drive, and that's all there is to it. Now watch this. It's gonna index my blog to all of these sites right here. Let me show you right here. All of these pinging services. It's basically going to tell Google and other search engines that my blog exists. Okay. Now I'll tell you, if you don't do these little things, your blog can sit there for weeks or sometimes months without ever being indexed and without showing up in a search engine result. So this is very, very, very important. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the bottom here. Sorry. And I'm going to click ping. That's all there is to it. Okay. So that's done. Now all we have to do is go to the next thing. What we do is I'm also going to broadcast this or index this through a site called Social Monkey. Okay. Now, first of all, I got to go back and get my keyword again. Keyword. Go to Social Monkey right there. Socialmonkey.com. You do need to create an account with Social Monkey, but this is free also. They do have paid services on there that are optional, but you can use this for free if you want. I go to my back office here, and I just click on Submit URL right here on the left. Looks like they're going to make me sign in here. Okay, going to go to the bottom here. This is really easy. Put my URL there. Okay, I got to put my title in here. We're going to do that again. Oh, it's the wrong one. Social Monkey. Then they want you to put a description in here. They recommend that you spin it if it hasn't already been spun. What that means is if you're using a quote or something like that, you need to reword it basically. You can do it automatically with these little tools down here if you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste mine in there because this is original content. Let me see here. Just use this one right here. Sorry, Social Monkey. There it is. And then down here at the bottom, you're going to put your keywords in here. Telex free files for bankruptcy. Telex free. And, you know, I would assume that some people would spell this wrong, so telex free as 2 words. It's really supposed to be 1 word, but people might search it differently. Telex free review. Now, telex free has also been under investigation for being a Ponzi scheme. So a lot of people are probably going to search the word Ponzi and other people may think it's a scam. Now, I'm not saying that they are. The court cases are not finished with this. So I'm not saying that it's a scam or a Ponzi or anything. It's all alleged right now. But people are going to search these words, and they're all telex free. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drip feed this. This is going to be over 9 days. And what this is going to do is this is going to index your site, your blog, to the social networks like Facebook and others, Facebook, Pinterest, and others. So I'm going to click here. Whoops. Looks like it corrected me. They don't like dashes in the title, so I got to get rid of that. They also don't like dashes in the description either. So drip feed over 90 days. Submit. There we go. Click to submit to 100 sites. This will submit it to 100 of the social sites. Really important that this gets indexed, okay? So we've pinged it through Pingler. We Google Plused it, right? Got to go back here. We Google Plused it. That was pretty quick to do. We pinged it through Pingler, and then we indexed it through SocialMonkey. Always do those things. You know, whether you have an SEO optimized blog or not, you should do these things. Okay. Now, there's one other thing that I would recommend if you have a blog post that you really want to blast all over the internet. Okay, I would recommend that you create additional backlinks in addition to these indexed links here. Okay, and what I would recommend is that you actually create backlinks, a lot of backlinks. Okay, now you could create backlinks on your own manually, but it's very labor intensive and it takes a lot of time, a lot of hassle. So what I do is I use a service called Fiverr, Fiverr, and what you could do is you could just simply in this search bar right here, you could type in social bookmarks. Social bookmarks. Now lately, over the last year or so, Google has really favored social bookmarks, and so I've been using them almost exclusively lately. So you can just type in social bookmarks and you'll get a lot of different sites. Let me just see what happens when I go there. Social bookmarks. Oh, they're going to make me join in with Facebook here. Just a second here. So let's try this again. Social bookmark. Okay. They have these rated, but what we would do is I would recommend high rating here. Click on high rating, and this will list these services according to popularity and user friendliness. In other words, if users are happy with these particular sites, they're going to rate the highest. Now, I'm just going to pick this one right here. I use this in fairly often. It's not the only one I use, but I do use this one fairly often, and you can see he's got a 100% positive rating, so that's one reason why I use it. So it'll cost $5 to do this, but I'll tell you, if you got a blog post that you think you really want to rank high in the search engines, if you feel like it's going to create a lot of traffic, it's going to, I mean, this will save you so much time. $5 is a drop in the bucket. Man, if you can make $25 or $50 or $100 off of your blog or more, I mean, what's $5 compared to $100, okay, or even $25 that you can earn from your blog, okay? So we just go ahead and click the order button. You have to sign up for an account with Fiverr. It doesn't cost you anything to create an account. It's zero cost. But the cool thing is that when you order through Fiverr, you click this order button, and it will just simply charge. You could charge either your credit card or your PayPal. Sorry, your PayPal account. So I would highly recommend this. I do this with all of the blogs that I really want to rank high with. Now, you don't have to do these obviously with blogs that you're not trying to search engine optimize. You don't have to do this with blogs that are designed to create value for your list. you're going to send your list from your auto email responder to your blog. You don't need to search and optimize those, and you don't need to spend $5 on those. But for blogs that you really want to rank and drive traffic to, then make sure to do this, okay? Now, so again, just to go through, just as a review for off-page SEO, we're going to Google Plus it, then we're going to go Pingler, then Social Monkey, and then we're going to we're going to do a social backlink and create, in this case, 1,001 social backlinks. This is high quality bookmarks, and again, like I said, Google loves social backlinks, okay? It's not good to just throw a whole bunch of backlinks. You can buy backlinks from other sources. You can buy thousands of backlinks from other sources, but if those are not high-quality backlinks, then they're probably not going to do you nearly as good as social bookmarks will. Okay. Now, the other thing that you can do is, I'm not going to go through all of the steps of it, but you can actually take your blog here and you could create a post in Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or Pinterest. You may want to write those main social networks down, especially Facebook, but the others are up and coming too. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Pinterest, okay? I wouldn't recommend putting the entire content on there. Maybe just a short little blurb, enough to get a person's attention, just like I did with the Google Plus, and then include a link, this link right here, in your Facebook or your Google or your Twitter, LinkedIn, or Pinterest. Okay, utilize all of those resources. Now, let me go back here again to my blog. Yeah, here we go. So one last thing again. I realize that I've gone through this stuff pretty fast, and I'm almost done here. But if you check your email, watch your email like a hawk, guys, because I really do try to send you value that you can go home with. Okay, stuff that's going to help out in any business, whether you're in my opportunity or not. I'm hoping that this is going to be value to you and to the community at large. Okay, and I want you to benefit from this, and I hope that it has benefited you immensely. And so anyway, make sure to come back to my blog here, jacklater.com, and check these free marketing tips frequently, because I have a lot of value that's going to help you in any business, and it's all free stuff, so you may as well utilize it. And incidentally, those of you who are interested in utilizing the Empower Network blogging platform, I've left the link below this video here, where you can just access that link. You click on that link and lock arms with us, okay? And you can just, with that link, you're able to purchase the $25 blog. That includes not only the platform that I've been showing you, the one I like to use, but also it gives you hosting with that $25 a month. So it's pretty awesome for the price of what you get with that. So anyway, I need to go back to my notes here for a second. Is this going to show up if I do this?
That should show up.
Okay, so again, just as a review here real quick, guys, up here at the top, here's my bullets again. 2 purposes of blogging: create trust and authority with your subscribers. And incidentally, this is not this does not have to be SEO optimized, non-SEO optimized. So you don't have to go through the last steps that I just went through if you're just trying to send people to your blog from your email list, okay? And the other kind is driving traffic and capturing leads. That's the SEO optimized route, the one that I just showed you. So this has to be SEO optimized. SEO okay? And then on-page SEO, again, you may want to write this down, guys. So I'll give you a few minutes to write this down as we wrap up here. Create unique content. Remember, Google penalizes you for duplicate content. Use H1, H2, H3 tags at the beginning, middle, and end of your blog. Just a second. Have 500 to 700 keywords approximately, give or take. Scatter your keywords, but don't overdo the keywords. Don't overstuff your keywords. Google will penalize you if you use the same keywords over and over and over again multiple times. 2% is about right. Then you want to underline, italicize, and boldface all your keywords. Focus on only one keyword per article. That means, in my case, it was telex free. Put keywords in your taglines. Okay. What I meant by that, this is your, I should say, tag link lines. Remember that one where we took a link and we highlighted that link. You clicked on the little chain link fence, and then you put in a keyword like telex free files for bankruptcy is what I did in that case. Put the keywords in the title, description, and the tag areas, and then link will right here. I did have the word link will, and I did talk about that. And incidentally, guys, these techniques, most of these techniques for on-page SEO, you can also apply these to YouTube videos. Okay, video is king, and you notice that I put a video on that blog. Now, you don't have to put a video on all your blogs, but video is very powerful. I would recommend that you learn how to make videos and how to drive traffic using videos. Okay, I have if you subscribe to my channel, and if you're a subscriber of mine, in other words, if you have clicked on any of my capture pages, you're probably on my list. Every Thursday I do a webinar like this, and somewhere in there I will cover YouTube marketing. Okay, and I believe I have YouTube marketing in my blog under marketing tips, and you can find information on that. But that's on a different day. Okay, then on Off-page SEO down here in the bottom, we did Google Plus, Pingler, Social Monkey. We did social backlinks through Fiverr. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Now, again, I didn't show you how to post to Facebook, LinkedIn, or Pinterest, but you could go to each one of those sites and they will show you through their tutorials how to post. It's fairly easy. Most people know how to link to Facebook at least. Facebook is huge, by the way. They're number 3 on the Alexa rating of most visited websites. It's Google's first, YouTube is second, and Facebook is 3. So Facebook is very important to list your content to. And then for additional training at the bottom, now guys, what I've covered here is some very important basic stuff. But there's a lot of other things that you could do that you could really explode all over the internet with. In addition to this is the minimum, okay? And I would do this with all of your SEO blog posts regardless. But there's a lot of other tips and ideas and tricks and ways of getting content, ideas of for blogs on how to write things in your blog. There are so many ways that you can make money on your blogs. So what I've done here at the bottom is I've included a couple of different resources that you can go to for additional blogging training, and that would be the Viral Blogging Academy and also the 15K formula within the Empower Network. Okay, and those of you who are in Empower Network, you could have access to those when you purchase those. If you're not in Empower Network, that's okay. You can even purchase those without being a member of Empower Network. But I just want to let you know that those are available. And of course, the blogging platform itself. Don't forget to click the link below the video, and you can have access to that blog and also the blogging platform, and also the hosting that goes with that blogging platform goes with it. So anyway, click on that link if you haven't already done so. But anyway, I want to wrap this up right now. We've gone a little bit over time. I wanted to thank you for being here today. And again, next week we'll be here again at 7:30 Eastern time. For now, that time may change a little bit later on. So make sure to watch your. Just a second here. Make sure to watch your email like a hawk, okay, to see what next week's webinar is going to be. Haven't decided yet what it's going to be, so I'm going to leave you in a little bit of suspense. So watch your email like a hawk. I'll let you know exactly what the next week's webinar is going to be. It's going to be good stuff. I'm only sharing stuff that I do that's allowed me to make, Patty and I, to make good money online, as much as $11,000 in 1 month. Our tax year got over, and over the tax year was about $51,000, I believe, and we did it using blogging and videos, okay? So this stuff does work, okay? So I would recommend that you take this stuff and take action on it. And it's very important that not only do you learn this stuff, but do it. Do it on a daily basis. We recommend that you blog every single day. There's seldom is there a day that goes by that I don't blog at least once or twice or 3 times. Often I'll blog 4 times a day. Whatever you have time for, you should blog as often as you can. The important thing is to take action, whether that action is with blogging or videos. Those are both income-producing activities. Those should be your first priority. So just wanted to share all this with you. I don't know if there's any questions here. I've gone pretty fast. Just remember, guys, again, I'm going to give you the link to the recording of this. So if I've gone really fast on parts of this, forgive me, but I didn't want to take more than this much time. You can watch it again. You can replay it and replay it and replay it so that you can actually take steps. Now, this is one last thing that I want to recommend. When you start making your blogs, do this. On your first blog that you make, take this video when it's available, when the recording is available, probably tomorrow. Keep your eye out on your blog and keep your eye out on your emails. But when this becomes available, have this video on the left-hand side of your screen, and then on the right-hand side of your screen, have your blog there, whether it's a WordPress blog or the Power blog, whatever the blog is. Have your blog ready on the right-hand side and go through the exact same action steps that I have. Don't necessarily use the content I just did. I mean, that's just going to end up creating more duplicate content, and it won't rank as well. Okay, create your own content, whatever that is, and make your first blog post. I'm going to challenge you to make a blog post tonight, and do it tonight. I bet you can get through that blog post and optimize it within about 45 minutes or an hour. Okay. So anyway, let's just see if there's any questions at all here. So it looks like David, you were able to get on. That's good. Link for part 1. Where was the link for part 1, Patty? Somebody was asking
It's right there.
for the link for part 1. So it's up here at the top. There's the direct link. But like what I said, all you have to do to remember on all of these is just go to jacklater.com, write that down somewhere, jacklater.com, and click on marketing tips. Okay, marketing tips. Let's see if there's any other questions on here. You guys, if you have any other questions, write those in the margins here on the left, because we're going to be leaving here soon. If there's anything that you could think of, put those in the comment area here. I don't see any. Okay.
I didn't see any questions.
Okay, so anyway, we need to wrap this up. We're about 20 minutes over time. Boy, we're happy to have you here. We're going to do this again next week. Always going to give you, tons of value. So come back every Thursday and let's get this rocking and rolling in your business. We want you to succeed, whatever your business is, and we wish you the best of success. So anyway, Patty, any thoughts?
Yeah, just like Jack said, go ahead and take action. Even if your first blog is not like Jack's is, with everything just, he's practiced this a lot of times. Just do it. Even if it's a short blog to start out with and you're just getting started, the point is to take action. And then tomorrow you'll be, oh, hey, I realized I did this, and you'll do it better the next day and better the next day and better the next day. But you're never going to get better if you don't start. So you have to start, you have to get moving, you have to take action for your life to get better and for you to make a difference. And if you really appreciate the value that we've shared with you today, please make comments below so other people will know the value and that they'll be able to watch it also. And if you are interested in being part of our team and in receiving more value on a daily basis, just click the link that's below the video, the little green button that says Give Me Access Now. We would love to have you as part of our team. We would love to share what we know with you and be able to help you with your goals and help you with your future. So so happy that you were here tonight, and hope to see you next week. And go ahead and click the link below the video and join our team. We're happy to have you.
And just one other thought. There's many people that go into a home business that just jump in and try to do it, and that's the important thing. But having someone to work with who could actually teach like this on a weekly basis really is a rare thing. You need to get with a leader who knows what he's talking about, who's had results in his own business, and is willing to provide value like this on a consistent basis. So go ahead and lock arms with us. Click the link below the video for the blog, and it's $25 a month. You may as well utilize that with the hosting that they provide with that, and that unique blog, that unique blogging platform also allows everybody in your team to have access, not only to have access to, but to receive every blog that you have. They can help you in search engine optimizing when they comment on your own blogs, and when they like your blogs, that shows up in their own activity feed. That's something that you don't see in any other blogging platform on the universe. This is a unique, absolutely unique product. But anyway, I hope that you got value out of this today, and make it a great day. Go ahead and click the link below the video.
All right, see you next week. Bye. Have a great evening.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.